few months ago, the Trump administration made a promise. Food prices would go down. I declare, they will go down. It was the kind of pledge that's easy to remember because it's easy to support. After all, who doesn't want grocery prices to go down? But here we are today, and egg prices, along with plenty of other everyday essentials, are still climbing. But to be fair, this isn't a uniquely Trump-era issue. Inflation, supply chain struggles, and global food production challenges have made these price swings unpredictable for years. But when a promise is made, people expect results. And when those results don't come up as expected, it leaves us all in a bit of this holding pattern, wondering, is relief coming? Or are we just stuck with higher food prices, which brings us back to the egg? Let's break it down. The average American eats about 23 eggs per month. Yes, I've done research on this. Calm down. Which means a family of 4 goes through 92 eggs monthly. Oh, but your cholesterol, which is roughly 7.67 dozen. Who doesn't love fun with a calculator? Before prices started rising, a dozen eggs cost around $2.50. Do you remember when eggs cost only $2.50? Meaning that a family was spending $19.17 per month on eggs. Now, with prices closer to $4 per dozen, that number jumps to $30.67. So let's actually talk about what the egg catastrophe is really about. It's about $11.50 per month. That's the difference. Look, I spend more than that on monthly shampoo and conditioner, and I've been bald since 2018. But if prices hit $5.50 per dozen, which isn't out of the question, and arguably we're there, the total rises to $42.17 per month for a family's worth of eggs. And that's $23 a month increase. Now, $11 to $23 per month, it isn't nothing. I'm not completely tone deaf, but it's also not enough to derail a family's entire budget. The problem is that eggs aren't the only thing getting more expensive. When you stack this cost on top of rising prices for milk, bread, and meat, you start to feel it. And your French toast and meat is really expensive. Egg prices have always had ups and downs, though. A bad bird flu outbreak can shrink the supply. Do you remember when you didn't know what bird flu was? Oh, those were the sweetest times. Feed costs go up. Labor shortages hit. Grocery prices in general tend to follow patterns of inflation, supply and demand. But after a few years of sticker shock, people were told things would start trending downward. And for the most part, that hasn't actually happened. This is where the frustration sets in. It's not just about whether eggs cost $2.50 a dozen or $4. It's about the bigger question. Are we actually seeing progress, or are we in a new normal where everything just costs more than it used to, and referencing the prices of the past is pointless? And that's what's unclear. Maybe prices will level out. Maybe food costs will ease over time, or maybe this is just how it is. So what now? Egg prices aren't the biggest economic issue of our time. But they're one of those little things that add up and make people wonder, are things actually moving in the right direction? Right now, the answer is unclear. Maybe food prices will finally ease and families will get some relief. Maybe they won't. For now, we just wait and see.